Hi reception, hope you had a lovely weekend. I am going to introduce to you what our new story for this week is as part of our superhero learning. So last week we looked at Traction Man. I hope you enjoyed that. This week we are going to be reading Superworm. I know a lot of us know the story really well already, but we're going to read it all together today. We're going to do lots of fun learning activities throughout the week about our story Superworm, so listening carefully. I'm going to read it to you first, and then I will explain afterwards all the literacy activities that we're going to be doing about Superworm this week. Okay? There we go, that's the right way around. We don't want an upside down Superworm. Superworm by Julia Donaldson. Place, there we go. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. Help! Disaster! Baby Toad has hopped onto a major road. Quick, whatever can we do? Look, a Superworm lasso. The bees are feeling bored today. They need a nice new game to play. Cheer up, bees, no need to mope. Superworm the skipping rope. Beetle's fallen in the well. Is she drowning? Who can tell? Not to panic, all is fine. It's Superworm the fishing line. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, uncle ant and earwig ant, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm, hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. The chant is carried on the air to wizard lizard in his lair. He mutters in his servant's ear, find that worm and bring him here. The servant crow is black and grim. Everyone is scared of him. They all let out a fearful shriek to see their hero in his beak. The wizard waves his magic flower. Now, Superworm, you're in my power. And you must tunnel, writhe and coil to find me treasure in this soil. Superworm is very cross to have a lizard as his boss, but when he tries to slink away, the wizard's magic makes him stay. For days he tunnels, twists and winds, but all the treasure that he finds is 2 small buttons, half a cork, a toffee and a plastic fork. The lizard flicks an angry tail. Have one last try, and if you fail to find that treasure down below, I'll feed you to my hungry crow. Wizard lizard is not very nice. The crow is flapping through the night. Everyone looks up in fright. They see him perch upon an oak and listen to his dreadful croak. Superworm is good to eat. Superworm's a special treat. He'll be juicy, fat and firm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. Action quickly at the double. Superworm's in frightful trouble. We must help him if we can. We must hatch a cunning plan. The garden creatures leave their home carrying a honeycomb. They jump and fly and crawl and creep and find the lizard fast asleep. They chew the petal off his flower to rob him of his magic power. The caterpillars fetch some leaves while busily the spider weaves. The web is strong, the web is tough, the web is plenty big enough. The wizard wakes, this isn't funny, I'm wrapped in leaves and stuck in honey. Then up the bees and beetles fly and lift the web into the sky. This is the place, and bang, crash, thump, the wizard's in the rubbish dump. And now from somewhere underground there comes a distant rumbling sound. The earth begins to heave, and then Superworm is back again! Superworm, the swing, the slide, the hula hoop, the fairground ride. Superworm, the belt, the hat, the crane, the train, the acrobat. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, uncle ant and earwig ant, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Join in with me if you can, reception. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm, hip hip hooray for Superworm. And there's our story of Superworm. So Superworm is going to be helping us with our learning today in our literacy and our maths. Now, for our literacy, I'm upside down. For our literacy this week, we've got lots of fun activities to do at home. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to help the mini beasts throw a party for Superworm because they want to thank him for all the really helpful or fun things that he does for them, like becoming a skipping rope or a lasso or a hat or a belt. They want to thank him for being really helpful and kind. So you're going to come up with a food and drink list for the thank you party. You're going to write an invitation to actually invite Superworm to his party, and you're going to make some decorations for the party. You're also going to write a thank you card to Superworm from the mini beasts. You're going to even go on a little mini beast hunt of your own outside on a day where hopefully the weather's nice. And you're also going to read a non-fiction piece of writing. And non-fiction means it's not a story, it's lots and lots of facts and information where we can learn things about something. So you're going to be reading lots of facts and information about worms, and then you're going to see how much you've learned about worms. So that's all we're going to be doing this week for our literacy learning. So give it your best try. I know you'll be superstars at it, and I cannot wait to see all the lovely learning that you do. Bye!